Hello, thank you for joining me. Let's continue on a little more with our theme of inner child healing. And I've been sharing a little about my experiences working with kids and the relationship of working with our own selves, working with our own child within. We've all had a childhood. We have an inner child, and we can do some reparenting now. We can do some healing and clearing and bringing some of these parts of us where there's still wounding and some old patterning and programming into some clearing and healing. Let's just do a little simple exercise of getting in touch with some of those parts. And as I shared previously, it's not about holding our inner child and coddling her and keeping her separate from the world and separate from all of the challenges and all of the pain. It's not about being separate from that or keeping her hidden from that or protected from that. It's a different way of protecting. It's to teach that part of us how to be strong and to be present and to be able to face challenges, to be able to build that confront and build the courage that it takes to be in the world and to take up our space in the world and to try things and to not withdraw and to not be hurt, to be encouraged and to be willing and to embrace and to bring and encourage that self-determination that's so necessary. It's a lot to do with our healthy self-esteem, but let's just do a little exercise together, just simply to be within to that inner child, not to go into a huge traumatic childhood experience, but just choose something very simple. Choose something, just a moment, something that you remember, something you can feel, because this is a feeling journey. And just really, really simple, so you can have this experience of accessing that part, feeling that part, being here with that part, and being that parent, being the inner parent. And it's like a corrective emotional experience too. It's like having a new experience and having the opportunity to do it differently. It's not like we can change the past. It's already happened. We can change our attitude to the past. We can change our reaction and our response to the past. That's in our hands. That's where the healing really occurs. And so let's be together. It's not a deep meditative experience, but if you can be in a quiet space, can be in nature, can be somewhere where you can get really still and quiet with yourself and very self-reflective, inner reflective, and just reflecting on an experience you had when you were a child, just remembering something. Like I said before, not a deep traumatic experience. If you want to work on those really deep traumatic experiences, it is best to be with someone who can really help you with that, and to have a professional person there with you, professional counselor, someone who's able to really just be there and support you. This is more of a light-hearted experience where you can really feel in and access your own potential to change your experience and to change your attitude and to change the way that you respond So somewhere quiet, being really gentle and calm with yourself and sitting in and getting more introspective, more self-reflective, and letting yourself feel into that childhood experience. Perhaps it was something that occurred, an experience you had, something really confronted you, something you'd like to change, something where you go, oh, I wish I had have been more courageous. I wish I had have been able to have a go at that, to step forward and just see what that was like. Perhaps it's somewhere where you really held back and where you looked on rather than participating. So just feeling into that, and you're here now, so you're really, really present, and just simply feeling yourself in this quiet space with yourself. It is a little bit like I shared the paying it forward. You're here now with this young part of you, but you've grown. You're an adult. You've got all of this experience, and you're pondering how differently you would do it. And so it's about sharing that with this part of you. So feeling into that, we'll share it more in feelings. So just be with this part and feeling your love for this part of you, feeling how you really do, oh, I love you, really loving this part, and go, hey, it's okay. Let's be strong. Let's be courageous. What do you really want to do? Let's do it differently. It's okay because I'm here. You're not alone, and you're loved, and really wrap your love around this part of you and feel yourself, feel this young part of you really supported and really encouraged and really cared for. And maybe there's something you want to say to this part of you. Say, it's okay. I know this is challenging. I know this is scary, but it's okay. I'm here. And it's okay. You just stay. You be present. And it's okay. It's okay to have a go. It's okay to feel all of that fear, but don't buy into it. You stay strong, stay here. We're here together. In our heart, let's just be here. Let's be here together. And really, really present and really loving that part of you, you're creating this space. And as you hold yourself and as you hold that young part of you, and as you're very introspective and feeling that, and you're feeling what that part of you was feeling, but you're also holding that space for that part of you, and you're loving and you're encouraging, and you're like, hey, you're strong, you are strong, you are so lovable, and you can do this. And then just feel into you as that young part of you. Feel into you doing it differently. Feel into you really stepping forward. You're like, yeah, I'm strong and I'm courageous and I can do that. And it needs to be in feeling. So just let yourself feel how that would be. Perhaps that, oh, I wished I had have done it like that. I wish it could have happened like that. Well, feel it now. Feel it as you now, and you're sharing that with this young part of you. Just feel that new courageous choice, and feel how it feels to step into that, to really embrace that and bring all of that courage and that self-determination, and not buying into it being scary, not letting it scare you, not letting you back out of it. I can do this. I can be here. And you're there. You're there for this part of you now. And this part of you feeling that, and you feeling this new choice and this new experience and this new how I wished it had been, and oh, if I could just have that go again, it would be, oh, this is how it would feel. And just let yourself feel that, and let that courage ripple through you. Let it just ripple through your experience. And as you know the experience and what happened, you also are there for you. You're fully accepting that. You're really just loving you. You're holding that space for yourself, and you're feeling the new scenario. You're really feeling, oh, this is the courage that I have. This is how I could do it differently. And just be there and feel that, and let that feeling journey just move through you. Just really, just embrace that and feel that acceptance, and feel your love, and feel your kindness, and feel your self-determination. Feel that courage ripple through right to you here now. Bring it right in to this present moment, and feel you have this deeper understanding of your experience. You have this deeper love for your child, for that inner child, and lots more acceptance for the experience that you had, and for the learning. Wow, thank you. And you've also got this new experience and this new attitude, this more courage, more self-determination, more confront. Yeah, I wished I had have had this confront. And you can feel it in you. You can feel it ripple through your timeline. And it's really that simple, just to be with yourself. And you don't have to go into a really deep meditative experience, but you do get quiet and you get very introspective, and you bring yourself into that space with the younger part, and you can just play with that a little bit. Any of those experiences, they might be something very simple. It's good to begin there with really simple, and let those changes just ripple through. Even if those changes are bringing you more courage now, bringing you more acceptance and more presence, and just more love for yourself and your experience, more understanding, more compassion for self and also for those around you. The really important part of it is for you to be really present with yourself and in feeling. Feeling is healing. And so letting yourself feel how it was, and perhaps feeling that challenge and feeling how the child felt, but wrapping around that now, acknowledging and accepting that. And it's okay, I'm here. And then bringing in that feeling of the courage and of the new choice and of having a new experience, what you would like to have experienced and what that part needed to experience at that time. Bring more of that love, more of that acceptance in, and feel it rippling through your experience. You might feel how that can change you now, change your attitude now. Feel the new choosing, feel that courage, and as you feel into these younger parts of you, you'll start to feel, oh, I wasn't alone. I wasn't alone, and that's you now, because you are the future self of that young one. And when that young one is so alone and reaching out and searching, you can be there now. You can be there now for that part of you. And bring it all in feeling. Feel how that feels. And let that touch you. Let that change you. And let that just even very gently awaken you and allow some of that healing, bringing in more self-love, more self-determination, more presence, and bringing more back into your hands. And feeling that shift in your attitude and your self-determining, and have a play with that and see how that goes.